Today's video, the shocks are back from RideTech. Hello, I'm Eugene Tordo, this is ET Garage, and today's video is about the warranty on these RideTech shocks. If you didn't see the last video, I took the shocks off, front shock off, because it was blowing oil out of here and was real low on gas, and the bushings were worn on both front shocks. So I took those off, put in a warranty claim with RideTech. The shocks I took off probably had between 60 and 70,000 miles. I'm not sure the exact mileage, but they've been on there since 2019, and I do drive this car quite a bit. So winter and summer. Like I just came back from a 3,000-mile round trip from Florida. If you didn't see that video, I'll leave links. I'll leave links at the end of this video to this and any other subject matter. But put in a claim, sent them the old shocks, and when I took off the other front shock, I thought it just needed lower bushing because the lower bushing was worn. And when I took it off, even though there's no signs of leaking oil and it was all nice and clean and everything, it had no gas in it, so it must have leaked out through the housing on the bottom, I guess. But sent that, so I put in a warranty for both the front shocks, sent them back, and they sent me, basically they sent me two new ones. They didn't, I thought they'd rebuild the old ones or something. They just sent me two new ones. And the rear shocks I weren't going to take off, but after seeing that one, that was all nice and clean and no sign of leaking oil, didn't have any gas in it, I decided I better inspect them, and sure enough, no gas. Yeah, this should be shooting right out. I can compress it, and yeah, it's not coming out. This one has a little bit of gas in it. But you can see this ain't shooting right out, so this is low on gas too. So I'll put in another warranty claim on the rear ones, send them, and hopefully they do the same thing with that they did with the front ones. Another problem I'm having is with the lower control arms. Sometime I did a video on the upper and lower control arms where I changed out the bushings to from poly bushings. I went from poly bushings to Global West Delrum bushings, which are a type of spherical Delron bushing. They have these 90-degree grease fittings that go on top of the lower control arms, and on both sides, the front of the control arms where the grease fitting goes got knocked out. Apparently it's making contact with the frame when the A-arm comes up like this, and knocked it out. So I need to remove that control arm, those control arms, JB weld, clean and JB weld those old holes, and then relocate the hole. I'm not sure if I'm going to use a 90-degree fitting or if I'm going to use a straight fitting and relocate the hole. Once I get them off, I'll decide. But let me go under there. We'll go under there right now, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I might as well take care of that now. I could probably just leave that somehow, and or another time. These Global West Delrum bushings are, they say they're good for 100,000 miles, but they still need periodic greasing. It's just like the ball joints and tie rods on the front suspension. So let me show you that, and then I'm going to get that control arm off. Okay, right here on the control arm should be a grease fitting, and these have the Global West Delrum bushings in this. I did a video on it, I'll leave a link, but there should be a 90-degree grease fitting there, and I guess when the A-arm comes up, it hits this part right here and knocked the 90-degree off. Now it didn't do it on the other side of the control arm, just the front part on both sides, and when it knocked that out, of course, it boogered up the hole, and if I put another 90-degree in there, it's just going to get knocked out. So the best thing to do is take the control arm off, JB weld that hole, and drill a hole here and put a straight fitting or either a straight fitting or a 90 degree like that. That's the only thing I can think of. So it's either that or clearance this up here, and I don't want to clearance the frame. That would be, to me, that would be silly. So I'm gonna have to take, I could just probably leave it like that, to be honest. These don't need to be greased often, but still, since I have the shock off, I might as well just take this control arm back off, re-drill it, and re-drill it, clean that up, and JB weld it, and put a new grease fitting in. I JB welded the old hole and drilled and put a straight one in. Now I think I could have used these lower profile 90-degree ones, and that would clear the frame. The problem is when the old grease fitting got knocked out, it pulled the threads out with it. Now I could have probably JB welded this in and hope for the best, but rather than have fittings blow out on me when I pump them full of grease, I decided to drill a new hole, put a straight one in, and I should be able to get a grease fitting, from what I'm seeing, straight in and clear the frame when it's time to grease it. So I'm going to mount this back up and mount the shocks. And I didn't film taking the control arm off and on. I'm going to leave a link to when I originally put these in, and you can watch that video if you want to see. But basically, you got to remove your ball joint, your sway bar link, and the two bolts that hold it to the frame, and then it goes out. And you know, of course, it's a little more difficult than that, but that's something you got to learn as you do, so to speak. So anyway, let me go ahead, get this greased up, get this back together, and greased up, and put it back in, and then mount the shocks, and I'll be done with the front. All right, that side is done. I still got to do the other side. I'm going to take a break, and everything's done on this side except the sway bar. I got to hook the sway bar back up and put the bushing back in place. I won't do that until I'm done the other side, but I think I am. End the video here. I'm going to take a break, go ahead, remove the lower control arm on the other side, and install this shock, and the front will be done. Then I need to put in a warranty. Go online, put in a warranty, and get a shipping label to ship those two rear shocks back to RideTech and get those done. If there's any problem with that, I'll make a video about it. But for now, I'm just going to end this video, and I got other things to do. So everybody have a great day, and God bless.